Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, no matter what's on your grocery list, you're covered here on the Suncoast. 2 more grocery stores opening up to join dozens of different retailers already here. But how do those stores compare and where can you get the best bang for your buck? ABC 7's Erica Jackson walked the aisles today and joins us live from University Parkway, a hub for grocery shopping here on the Suncoast. Erica?
Good evening, Adam. This Whole Foods behind me is set to open on Wednesday, but over in Lakewood Ranch, another grocery store called Earth Fare opened its doors today. So within a block of where I'm standing right now, there are 5 different stores where shoppers have the option to go to. So that means there's better variety and better prices compared to ever before.
We finally hit the food lottery here.
Get out your winning tickets. More grocery stores are opening up on the Suncoast, and your prize could be a lower food bill.
For years, there's only been one major provider of food, and now there are so many different choices.
Consumer watchdog Jerry Zivick believes shoppers will benefit from the competition because the price of groceries may drop.
People are competing for price. But what you have to know when people are competing price and comparing price, you want to compare apples to apples.
So that's what we're doing. But instead of apples, we picked 5 common grocery items, stopping in 8 of the top local grocery chains Saturday to compare prices. We looked for the cheapest full-priced items measuring the same size unless otherwise noted. Aldi and the Walmart Neighborhood Market on State Road 70 ties for the lowest price gallon of milk at $1.77, though the price for milk was higher at nearby Walmart locations. Aldi also has the most affordable loaf of bread with a price tag of 83 cents. Again, Aldi and Walmart were neck and neck for the cheapest 24-pack of bottled water. Trader Joe's had the lowest cost for a dozen large eggs. Walmart did not have any large eggs in stock, and the price of a dozen medium fell just a few cents below the cost of a dozen large at Trader Joe's. Even compared to health food stores, we found the cheapest jar of coconut oil at Walmart.
The type of stores we're seeing is really reflective of the type of people who are moving here and the expectations they're bringing.
Economics professor Michael Snipes says seasonal residents are bringing more money to the area, which might explain the higher-end grocery stores sprouting up. For them, there are likely more important things than just saving a buck.
When you've got a population here that has kind of as concentrated a wealth as we do, they're going to be willing to pay more for quality.
I asked both experts if the growth could impact established chains like Publix, and they say Publix is here to stay, but all of these chains will have to evolve with shoppers as their eating habits change here locally and around the country. Reporting live in Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you very much, Erica. Anyone else hungry after watching that story? Well, those grocery stores aren't the only thing bringing business to our area. Today, the Sarasota Apothecary also holding a grand opening. It's an independent pharmacy on South Tamiami Trail across from Target and Kohl's on US 41 in Sarasota. The pharmacy opened up in June, but now that they're attracting more customers, they've partnered with the Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce to hold this ribbon cutting ceremony.
So the biggest thing that makes us unique is that we are independent retail pharmacy, so we can actually take that time for every single individual. As far as the pricing goes, some of the other stores have minimum prices that they charge. We don't have that, so we have very competitive pricing.
The pharmacy also provides veterinary medicine as well. Today, Sarasota County Health offered free blood pressure, sugar, cholesterol, and HIV screenings. An annual safety lesson heating up on the Suncoast this Saturday, Fire Fest, featuring prescribed burn demos, helicopter water drops, and other demonstrations helping get dozens involved in fire safety. Part of Prescribed Fire Awareness Week. The event gives the community a first-hand look at how prescribed burns protect our communities and property from wildfires.
People a lot of times don't understand why fire is important, but we're hoping to show people that today why it is important. It's a natural role in the Florida ecosystem, and it actually protects them. So it's good for people to see it and kind of learn what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Prescribed burns are also a way to prevent severe wildfires before a drought or dry conditions hit our area. And speaking of those current conditions, let's head over to Wendy Ross for a check on our first look weather forecast. Wendy, the sun was certainly out today.
It was out today, but also the clouds have been coming on in, and they're starting to thicken up just a little bit as well, especially out here in the Central Gulf. And we're going to be watching all of those clouds streaming across the Gulf of Mexico into our viewing area in advance of a cold front that we've been talking about for several days. So we're going to continue to watch those clouds coming on through, and we are also looking at mild temperatures right now. We're going to let you know in just a few minutes about this cold front that's coming on in and what it's going to do to our area. And that's all coming up in just a few minutes. Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Well, if you have the flu, you're not alone. Across the U.S., the number of people infected with the virus is up. And as ABC's Brad Milkey reports, so is the number of deaths.
Disturbing new numbers from the Centers for Disease Control on the flu epidemic sweeping across all the U.S. except Hawaii. So far, 37 children have died from the virus. Health experts estimate the actual number may be twice that.
We know that about half of those pediatric deaths have no underlying medical conditions, so they are otherwise healthy children.
But most of the affected children may not have been vaccinated.
In the past, 80% of pediatric deaths are occurring in children who did not get the vaccine. It is still not too late to get vaccinated.
That urgent request going out across the country, including Connecticut, holding free and low-cost flu shot clinics Saturday.
Get vaccinated. Get your entire family vaccinated.
The call to vaccinate coming too late for Craig Childress, a 33-year-old father from Tennessee.
He didn't go to the doctor. He thought he could tough it out, I guess. He didn't get the flu shot this year.
Doctors stress it is still rare for healthy people to succumb to the flu.
The majority are in people with chronic medical conditions.
The high-risk group includes pregnant women, people 65 or older, patients with a weakened immune system, or chronic medical conditions. Brad Milkey, ABC News, New York.
Well, Florida's governor is taking action after allegations that 2 regional job centers in Florida inflated the number of job placements reported. That accusation reported by the Tampa Bay Times, claiming CareerSource Pinellas and CareerSource Tampa Bay improperly boosted their job placement numbers by claiming credit for people that they hadn't assisted. Florida's Department of Economic Opportunity has since opened an investigation to include Florida's other 22 CareerSource boards as well. Florida Governor Rick Scott is calling for the board of directors at 2 regional job centers to schedule emergency meetings to deal with those allegations. Yeah, just listen to those bagpipes play. The 24th annual Sarasota Highland Games and Celtic Festival has taken over the Sarasota County Fairgrounds this weekend. Hundreds coming from all over to get back to their roots.
It's a good chance to get in touch with your roots. And there's such a variety of things that you have to love it. From the sheepdogs to the bagpipes, to all the different varieties of food from all over the British Isles. And of course, the ale is flowing.
And it doesn't have to be part of your roots. Obviously, as you heard right there, there's plenty to appreciate out there regardless of where you are from. The Englewood Seafood and Music Festival kicking off today at Pioneer Park. Hundreds coming out to that festival to sample what the Suncoast has to offer. Local restaurants preparing fresh seafood using indigenous and sustainable ocean resources from Florida's coastal waterways. And if you missed out today, don't miss it tomorrow. It'll be back in full swing at 10 a.m. and run until 6 p.m. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, the sex abuse scandal involving a former USA Gymnastics doctor deepens. Why that investigation is now focusing on the university where Larry Nassar worked. Plus, a fallen Army soldier honored. How a round of golf is going to help veterans and their families.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. I think people just should be aware and take it seriously when they say that the storm's coming.
People want to know when their lights are going to be back on. We want to be able to communicate with them about that in a better way.
Hurricane Irma aftermath. It has been 4 months. What did we learn and who is getting stuck with the bill? I'm Alan Cohn. There's no power outage at the Trapezoid.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Join ABC 7 at the all-new 2018 edition of Circus Sarasota. Ovation under the big top at Nathan Benderson Park behind the mall at UTC. Friday, February 9th through Sunday, March 4th. All opening weekend tickets are 20% off courtesy of ABC 7. To purchase your discount tickets, visit circusarts.org. The Circus Sarasota box office at the big top or call 941-355-9805.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC 7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC 7, we're here for you.
Now to Lansing, Michigan, and the deepening fallout from the sex abuse scandal involving former USA Gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar. Michigan State, where he worked, now becoming a focal point. As ABC's Daria Albinger explains, there is now a new player in the investigation that could lead to sweeping changes at the school.
We will put a bright light at every corner of the university.
Michigan's Attorney General announcing a special counsel to probe what Michigan state officials knew about Larry Nassar's activities.
We will meet with every victim. We will listen to them.
That special counsel headed by Bill Forsyth, a former prosecutor, the investigation putting MSU's board members under increased scrutiny.
We're awful sorry for the trouble we've caused those poor women.
Overnight, hundreds of demonstrators rallying in support of the more than 150 young girls, teens, and college students sexually abused by Nassar, who was a physician for the athletic department at MSU for 20 years.
I have experienced flashback nightmares of the abuse.
Some of the survivors of Nassar's abuse sitting down with 2020's Elizabeth Vargas.
There were at least 17 officials at MSU in some capacity, whether coaches, trainers, or at least 3 psychologists who received reports of what Larry was doing. Not a single one of them reported. Not one.
The entire U.S. Gymnastics Board, ordered by the Olympic Committee to resign, says it will do so. Authorities in Texas also say they're investigating the team's former training facility run by powerhouse husband and wife team Bella and Marta Caroli. It's there many of the girls claim they were sexually abused under the pretense of medical treatment. Daria Albinger, ABC News, New York.
Well, back here in Florida, more than 1.5 million residents who are currently unable to vote would have those rights restored under a proposed constitutional amendment that will go before voters this fall. The Voting Restoration Amendment was approved this week. It would automatically restore voting rights to felons who have served their sentences, completed parole or probation, and paid restitution. Murderers and sex offenders would be excluded. Constitution Revision Commissioner Arthenia Joyner says all the efforts now need to be focused on passing that amendment.
If a judge sitting there, if a jury sitting there figures out that this is the time you should serve, well, I'm not going to overrule that judge. There comes a point when the judicial system lets a person go, and that's the point that we should forgive that person.
If approved by at least 60% of voters, the change would bring Florida in line with nearly every other state in our nation. A horse is back with its owners after a brief run through a Florida city. A deputy capturing part of that chase on camera. Take a look.
Come on. Can you stop? Please?
Trying to negotiate with the horse a little bit. The deputy with the Pasco County Sheriff's Office saw that horse running down US 19 in Hudson. That deputy later calling for backup, saying we're traveling at 1 horsepower. Luckily, authorities were able to corral that horse into a subdivision away from traffic deputies and finally reunite it with its owners. And I've been involved in those chases, not many times, but at least one time before. Marissa grew up with horses, and when they get out,
oh no, there's no turning back.
Tension is high.
Oh yeah, there's no turning
in those
back.
neighborhoods.
That is so crazy. 1 horsepower. That's
1 horsepower.
Great. Well, yes, indeed. And I have to say, we had strong winds today throughout the day. We had some clouds and sun. We had a real mixture of stuff going on out there.
I thought it was nice.
But it was a beautiful day. But we have got some changes coming up, and we are looking at what we experienced throughout the day, which was a mixture of clouds and sun. And then as the evening has progressed, we started to see a few more clouds coming on into the picture. But it's going to be a little bit of a mix-up throughout the night. We are looking at some pleasant conditions out there as far as temperatures are concerned. 74 degrees for us right now. Winds out of the east at 9 miles per hour, so they have died down just a little bit. And all around the state, we're looking at temperatures that are in the 60s to our north. We're still in the mid-60s over portions of the Tampa Bay region. Across our area, temperatures have dropped off a little bit more. And so we've got mid-70s in Bradenton, Sarasota, Venice. But on the water, it's a little bit cooler. Temperatures in the upper 60s right now, and everyone reporting partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. So today we got up to a high of 79 degrees. 71 is normal for us, and we are going to be seeing some changes at the beginning of this upcoming work week, and the reason for it is a cold front that's coming. We've been talking about it for days. Bob Harrigan talked about it last night. We've got the showers and thunderstorms in our forecast, and it's just the possibility of thunderstorms for tomorrow. Mostly it's going to be a shower day with rainfall amounts under 1 inch, but we can use the rain. It's always dry this time of the year. And what we're looking at is that cold front that is situated here right now across the southeastern parts of Texas will be moving in on Sunday, and we are expecting to see this low pressure system helping to set up showers across our area. By about noontime tomorrow, we'll see those showers right along our coastline, and then as the day wears on, those showers will continue to move eastward across the state, and by Monday, this whole system will be through us. But that front comes in after the rains, and so as a consequence, we're going to see the coolest weather developing on Tuesday of this upcoming week. You can see the actual radar and see where that frontal system is from Toronto, stretching all the way down through Texas. The heaviest rains are right around a low pressure center, which is across Louisiana, and that's where the heaviest thunderstorms are right now. Across our viewing area, we're not really looking at the rain. We've had a couple of showers located out here in the Gulf, but they're moving on up towards the north, and as they continue to do that, they're receding just a little bit. We're not seeing the showers here on shore, and again, we're not likely to see any rain tonight. The rain showers for us are going to come beginning at around noontime tomorrow, and then they'll continue throughout most of the evening hours. But right now, you can see these showers just lifting on up towards the north, and they're not producing a whole lot of heavy rains at this point. So for tomorrow in the forecast, we're going to see partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies throughout the morning hours. As the day progresses, we're looking at those temperatures back up in the upper 70s, and then we are going to be seeing the rains coming on through. If you're heading out to the beach, winds will be out of the east at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet, and there is the possibility that we are going to see a chance of thunderstorms during the afternoon hours tomorrow. Just a chance, just a possibility. UV index is not very high. Gulf water temperature now at 61 degrees. The actual temperature at the beach will be probably right around the upper 70s for tomorrow. But tonight, mostly cloudy skies, 63 for the overnight low. And this is what we can expect. We've got our first alert day tomorrow because the chances of rain are very strong, 80%, and we are looking at the rains to continue through the overnight time period and into Monday morning, and we're going to be seeing the possibility of a 30% chance of showers in the morning, and then after that we're going to be looking at fair skies until the next cold front comes in at the end of next week. Adam?
Now, sports.
Well, baseball fans might recognize some of the fellas out on the Legacy Golf Club today to play a round of golf for a good cause. Corporal Benjamin S. Kopp, a fallen Army soldier, was the face of today's Golf Classic, a fundraiser to benefit Operation Renewed Hope and Goodwill Minnesota's Veteran Services programs, two groups working to end veteran homelessness. 10-year MLB veteran and Sarasota High School alumni Wayne Garrett teed off today along with Gold Glove second baseman Jose Chico Lind, who spent many spring trainings in Bradenton with the Pirates.
This is Jose's second time.
Second time.
Yeah, second year.
Having a good time and hit the ball straight.
We're helping homeless veterans, here in the area, around the country. We're doing the best we can for them. They've done a lot for us, so we need to pay back.
While these athletes drew a crowd to that event, their autographs helped attract even more dollars to the cause, an auction featuring dozens of different signed sports memorabilia. Well, number 20 Florida men's basketball hosting Baylor today in the Big 12 SEC Challenge. The Gators spending most of today outside the arc. That's Igor Lulachov hitting that three. Chris Chioza hitting another one right there. Put the Gators up 13 points early on, and then it's Kevon Allen who beats the buzzer with this challenged three-pointer. Watch this one. You know things are going right when these go in. Bang! Gators finish with 14 threes as a team. That's their fifth highest total of the season, and they win their ninth game in the last 11 matches. Well, you won't find Manny Machado at third base next month for the Orioles. No, the 25-year-old All-Star hasn't been traded. Manager Buck Showalter says he's moving the two-time Gold Glover to shortstop. Former shortstop J.J. Hardy retired last season, and Tim Beckham came over from the Rays in a trade to take over as a starter there last July. But Showalter says he feels the team's defense will improve with Machado playing up the middle. Number 13 has been the target of trade rumors this offseason, but Vice President Dan Duquette said on Saturday that he does expect Machado to be with the team in 2018. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity, When I think of kids going to school hungry, hunger, homelessness, in this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Well, a cat spent 4 days in a Tennessee drain pipe before rescuers could get to it. The whole thing caught on camera. Take a look right here. This was not your run-of-the-mill cat stuck in a tree scenario. Crews having to use heavy equipment to pull up pieces of the wall from a Rossville home. They hoped that cat would be able to easily climb out once the blocks were lifted, but learned that would not be the case. It turns out the cat was stuck inside of a drain pipe. Luckily, after about an hour of working, that little kitty was set free and was perfectly fine. She'll probably be a little less adventurous, though, here in the near future.
Isn't she pretty? Look at her.
She is. Now, how do you you can't give the cat a bath, right? Aren't cats a little sketchy about that stuff?
They don't like
I don't
it,
know.
but
I'm
I
not a
think
cat
people
owner.
do. I think groomers will do it.
All right.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs, stop the crimes.